Hi, I'm Nadia.
And I'm Nicole, and welcome to the Wealth Twins channel.
Today we're going to tell you 5 things you need to know before investing in VTSAX.
We're going to talk to you about the structure of the fund, why investors love it, and how VTSAX compares to other well-known funds and ETFs.
Yep. This video will help you decide if you want to own this fund in your portfolio. If that sounds good to you, hit the like button and let's get it.
Now, VTSAX is Vanguard's total stock market index fund, Admiral Shares.
Admiral Shares.
It seeks to track the performance of a benchmark index called the CRSP or CRSP, U.S. Total Market Index.
It holds a mix of large, mid, and small cap stocks with a mix of both growth and value stocks with the goal of providing exposure to the entire U.S. stock market.
The entire U.S. stock market. Now, VTSAX is not an S&P 500 index fund.
Nope, it's not.
Nope. VTSAX actually invests in more companies than the S&P 500 that actually do not fit the criteria of those companies that are selected to be in the S&P.
Yep. Its benchmark index, CRSP, contains all of the available publicly traded companies in the U.S. market. That means when a company has an IPO, then it is included in this index.
This means that VTSAX can invest in companies during their IPO.
Yep.
This can be seen as an advantage because you can potentially get in early on a young company that can turn into a future market leader.
Yep. For example, the fund invested in Tesla back in 2010, and the fund investors were able to be part of a fast-growing ride with high returns before Tesla qualified as an S&P 500 company.
Were you one of those investors?
Maybe.
Now, VTSAX is a passively managed index fund that has one of the lowest expense ratios in the industry. Additionally, the fund currently has a net asset value, or NAV, of over $1 trillion with a T, trillion dollars.
Trillion dollars, that is a lot, okay? Those two features means that you are not paying money managers to try to beat the market. You're keeping more of your money working for you instead of the money going to fees, which also makes the fund more tax efficient at the end of the day.
Yeah, now if this is sounding a little too confusing for you, don't worry. We have you guys, okay?
We got you.
We linked our video when we go over the differences between index funds, ETFs, and mutual funds along with NAV and taxes and why you should consider these things at the end of this video. So please be sure to check that one out.
Yeah. Over the last 10 years, VTSAX has done a great job mimicking its benchmark. It has only had negative returns 2 years, and since it was created, it has had an average annual return of over 8%.
That's nice. That's nice. Now, on top of that, if you had invested $10,000 back in 2011, so this is 10 years ago, that $10,000 would now be worth over $37,000.
Wow. Okay. Currently, VTSAX has a dividend yield of 1.31%. And in order to get into the fund, you must initially invest a minimum of $3,000. Now, you may be saying to yourself, with that low of a dividend and a $3,000 sticker price, why is VTSAX so popular? Why is it popular?
Well, one of the reasons it's popular because it's one of the funds that the FIRE community loves. Okay? FIRE, if you don't know, stands for Financial Independence, Retire Early. And this community, which we're also a part of, is all about efficient investing, low cost, and high savings so that you can retire well before the age of 65.
We're both retired.
Now, you know, guys, I'm sure if you didn't think about it, there's no law that says you got to wait until 65 to retire.
No.
So definitely the FIRE guys are in the right mind frame.
Yep. VTSAX allows you to get diversification, has a good history of returns, provides a dividend that you can reinvest, and gives you exposure to high quality companies just by owning one index fund. It's a set it and forget it strategy which simplifies long-term investing and the process that goes along with it.
There's some, people that actually recommend to beginning investors that you should just own VTSAX as the only thing you own in your portfolio fund, because you have access to the entire U.S. market and you have different mid-cap, small cap, and growth and large cap and growth and value stocks. So you get everything in one fund.
Yeah.
Now,
FIRE people also like it because they can use it to help calculate when they will be able to retire and feel a little more comfortable when they're with what they're able to withdraw. so the percentage they want to live on while allowing the rest of their investment to grow. A lot of FIRE people use an annual withdrawal rate of 4%, so they need a fund that can assist with that.
Now, question for you guys. Do you think the FIRE community has the right idea thinking that long-term investing doesn't need to be complicated? You know what we mean, buy one main fund and then set it and forget it? If you agree or if you don't, type yes or no in the comments.
And let us know why, okay? Another reason why people like VTSAX is because it is a Vanguard Index Fund. Vanguard is a unique broker because it's a company that's owned by its investors. Vanguard can use this to its advantage to show that their funds prioritize its investors rather than worrying about the stock price or generating a profit for private owners.
Yeah, that's a nice little bonus right there. Now, if you buy into the FIRE movement and you like Vanguard, but don't like that $3,000 minimum invested needed to get into VTSAX, all is not lost.
They have something for you.
Yeah, that's because there's a Vanguard Exchange Traded Fund called VTI, an Exchange Traded Fund that you might know as ETF, which holds the same underlying securities as VTSAX. You can actually get into VTI for just the price of one share. Currently, a share of VTI is currently trading around $200.
Outside of Vanguard products, there are some other index funds that we feel are good alternatives to VTSAX. Fidelity has a total market fund with the ticker symbol FSKAX. So I'll say that again, FSKAX, and the Fidelity Zero Total Market Index Fund, ticker symbol FZROX. The Zero Fund started back in 2018, has no management fees, and no minimum to invest.
Yeah, that's a great fund that came out in 2018, right? Now, Charles Schwab also has an alternative that we like called the Schwab Total Market Index Fund, ticker symbol SWTSX. Okay, again, SWTSX, which is also worth mentioning. Now, this fund, just like the Fidelity, has no minimum and actually has a lower expense ratio than VTSAX.
They're great. Now, if you've followed our channel for a while, you know that Nicole and I are all about financial independence, and we both hold a mixture of VTSAX and others that we mentioned in the video in our personal accounts. If you would like to know why we hold different index funds from different brokers, check out a review on Vanguard.
If you also like to know how we invest and like to invest long term, but don't know where to start, use the link below in the description to download our Stock Market Starter Kit. I'm telling you, in less than 2 hours, you will be able to confidently buy your first stock investment on your own.
Yeah, we made it together and we make these videos so you know you'll get what you're paying for, okay? If you found any value in this video, show these twins some love. Subscribe to the channel and share this with someone you care about.
See you guys in the next video.
See you in the next video.